Hey, welcome to another episode of That Thing 2 Overture. It is episode
46.
46, and it is Thursday, November the 30th.
Yeah.
Ooh.
It's almost a new month. A brand new month with a brand new attitude.
November is gone.
Yep. Now we are in Christmas season. The eternal Christmas moves on.
Did you do any Black Friday shopping, Kevin?
I kind of did Steam shopping. I bought Lethal, even though Lethal Company was not on sale. I got it. And then I got Dredge and The Pale Beyond. So some boat games. But I didn't really do major.
I think for Steam's I think I only got Lethal.
Oh, I also got the Vampire Survivor DLCs.
Yeah, that's
They were
good
on
stuff.
they were on sale from $1.50 to $1. So I'm like, I'll buy both of these. I played through one round of one of the the Snow Mountain to get the new character.
They're a little harder.
I kind of like what they're doing there. It's weird because all my characters are super maxed out. I played as the Queen Lady with the sword. Who turns into galaxies. I'm like, I just crushed it, no problem. But it's it's cool. I like what they're doing. I like that they're encouraging you to play the new characters to do the achievements and stuff, which I think is smart. Because otherwise, I would be well, I'm gonna play the Red Death or the Queen, just crush it.
Yep, just no problems. Just casually stroll through.
Yep. But I think it's smart. Well done, Vampire Survivors. I will play that one off and on.
It's a good game.
What else am I gonna do before we start talking about Lethal Company? Oh, I want to talk about. I watched some things. I watched Good Burger 2.
Okay, so I didn't even know there was a Good Burger 2 until it came out.
I did not know also there was a Good Burger 2 until when my dad and we were flipping on Paramount to see what soccer game was coming on, and it just said Good Burger 2. And as someone who Good Burger was my favorite all that skit. Hello, Nolan. We just started. We're talking about Good Burger 2. You're still muted, by the way. Probably from last night with Lethal Company. Or he's getting it working. We're seeing.
There we go.
There we go. Okay.
He's a professional.
Hey.
There we go. Yeah, okay. We just started talking about Good Burger 2.
Also, did you get any Black Friday shopping done, Nolan?
Yeah, I got my new PC, which is why I was allowed to play with you guys last night.
Oh, hey.
Ooh.
There you go.
Oh, man. Had all the frames running on Lethal Company.
Yeah, Lethal Company.
Very demanding game that my Lappy struggles to do.
No, I originally got it for Baldur's Gate, and it runs it really good.
Yeah.
So
no, it can.
Hey, I'm
good. If you can run Baldur's Gate, you can run Lethal Company.
Yo, I'm good for a while.
Yeah. But anyway, we are talking about the hit video game. Movie Good Burger 2. Nolan, did you know there was a Good Burger 2?
This goes back to every sort of sequel. Why?
It's really weird.
Because we're old enough to be nostalgia bombed.
It is bizarre because that came out of nowhere, so I did watch it. I watched Good Burger 2 because I needed to know. And it's not terrible. In fact, it's I do not. Okay, so I don't know how to exactly express this, but I would give it my highest not recommended.
Oh, okay.
It's not recommended, but it's not terrible.
Listen, if you need to put something on in the background and not pay attention to it,
they do.
The burger could be that something.
And there is some pandering, and I'll admit that I'm oh, you pandered to me. Where at one point, Kel, as Ed from Good Burger goes, "Whoa, orange soda. Who loves orange soda?
So
I,
Adorable.
and you're like you're like okay, and there's some cute things like he got his like family, some of his real life kids to pretend to be like Ed's kids, and they're wearing like the hat with the dreadlocks, and they're like 5 years old, and it's kind of cute, and I'm like, oh, that's funny. But it's weird because they kind of make Ed more like, he really reminded me of Pee Wee Herman from like Pee Wee. We're like,
Pee-wee's Playhouse.
yeah,
This is
because they like, okay, you go.
no. This still feels like I'm going insane because it's like, you remember that one bit? This is like if someone made a movie from that a bit in SNL that just kept going.
Yeah.
From like 30
David
years
O.
ago.
Pumpkins?
Yeah. This is
Yes.
this is an SNL like the Blues Brothers or whatever, but then like it'd be like if they made a Blues Brothers movie now.
Yeah.
Like now's the
Kevin,
time.
Kevin. It'd be like if they made a Blues Brothers 2000.
Yes. Okay, that's basically it. You're
Oh,
correct.
wow, okay.
You're correct. That's
Wow,
like
that's-
the same vibe. That is the vibe of
Oh, man.
of the Good Burger movie. Except they made Ed, instead of, I think he was originally like Slacker Teen, and he's now turned into like Pee Wee Herman SpongeBob, and I kind of like it. Like it's almost like fascinating. That's what I would describe it, because they kind of take it in a direction where like he lives in cartoon Pee Wee Herman logic, but the rest of the world kind of accepts it, but only. And it's weird. I don't know exactly how. What's her name? The lady, the girl from all that. She like has a cameo.
Amanda Bynes?
No,
Bynes?
not Amanda Bynes.
I know who you're
The
talking
chubby
about, but I
lady,
can't
the
remember her
chubby
name.
girl.
Yeah.
Like
I
she
know.
Whoa,
appears.
Weatherby?
Yeah.
Yes.
She appears in the movie as one of the other All That characters, and they have a bit with Ed from Good Burger, and I'm watching this, I'm like, I know this is for me, but like, why? I did not ask for this. But it's weird. It's very it's a very strange movie. It's also like kind of low budget, as you would expect from like a direct to DVD whatever movie, but like it wasn't terrible.
Direct to streaming.
It was very weird. Not recommended. What?
So, okay, can we talk about the distinction has been lost of like, yeah, you can't say direct to streaming movie anymore because like those come in both big budget Hollywood picture and direct to DVD quality.
Oh yeah, this is direct to DVD quality. This is not like one of those like, oh, it's a direct to streaming and it's like Amazon who's pumping in like all the money in the world into like The Boys or whatever. We're like, that's not like that's a real TV show, you know?
Yeah. No, it's a movie where whatever streaming company has spent, I don't know, $1,000 to stream this movie and just put it up there. We need another word for it. You're right.
Yeah. But it was okay. It was like the Good Burger film was not awful.
So wait, was Keenan in it?
Keenan was in it.
Yeah, they're both in it.
And the Good Burger movie kind of expects you to like remember the plot of Good Burger, but also not, because the whole point is like people will talk about their continuing plot lines from Good Burger, and Keenan does not remember it. So it was just kind of like, you're like, oh, okay.
Like, I'm trying to remember. There was like a super chain that was trying to take.
Yeah, it was
out
Mondo
Good
Burger.
Yeah.
Kel made a really good sauce.
Yeah, the
that
Ed
everyone
sauce.
loved.
Mm-hmm.
And then they were like putting steroids in their burgers or something.
That's correct, because the dog would not eat the Mondo Burger, but it would eat the Good Burger. Yeah, like...
And then at some point... No, I'm sorry. It all kicks off because Keenan hits Sinbad's car and has to pay for it or something.
And this one, Keenan burns down his house by trying to show off his anti-fire spray, and it does not work. And he owes
but he's still like a scammer.
Yeah, he's still a scammer. He owes Mark Cuban money. Because Mark
right,
Cuban is like
okay.
after it, and that's why he has to go work at Good Burger again. Because Ed is the only one that will help him.
Yeah, you know what? I'm turning around on this. Hold
No,
on a
it's not.
second.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's not bad. Like that's why I give it like my highest not recommended. Because I'm not gonna say like you need to go out and see Good Burger. But if you do see Good Burger, you're gonna be like, okay. I had some chuckles. Some of the jokes hit. Not all of them didn't hit, but some of them hit that are pretty funny. And there's some like that's what, and it's okay. It's okay. Yeah, we're gonna talk about.
Yeah, sorry.
No,
I
we're gonna
saw
talk
that
about
and I'm
Lethal
like,
Company.
oh,
I just
yeah,
want to talk
well.
about things before. So what I also gotta get this off my chest because it hurts me to say this. Okay. So this is like the lead off. All right, part one. My dad was recommended by like one of his like med school students that he should check out the show, the Rehearsal by one Nathan
Yeah.
Fielder. My
Yeah.
dad could not handle The Rehearsal by one Nathan Fielder.
Oh, come on.
He does not like
What if-
that awkward pause humor. Not into it.
You got through the first episode at least, right?
Oh, we got like halfway through the first episode and had to bail. It was I'm like, okay. So then my dad has recommended a show and we've watched several episodes of it. It's also on HBO Max. And it hurts me to say this. Young Sheldon
Oh, okay.
is actually
Say
a
it.
Young Sheldon is like a good show. It's a real TV show. It is. There's no laugh tracks. There are jokes. There are plot lines. There are like characters. They establish jokes that have payoffs, multiple payoffs in the episode. The character of Sheldon works really good as like a 10-year-old. Like man-child, it's bad, but the show is good. His family is pretty funny. It's like a C plus.
So what you're saying is it would be better if it had nothing to do with the Big Bang Theory.
I don't actually. I think like if you just if this came first, people would like if it didn't have like it has the Big Bang Theory for like the general crowd to watch it, but it's like actually a decent show. It's like a fairly decent show.
I've seen some episodes of it, and I think fairly decent is too strong of a language.
I don't know. I
feels
liked
like-
it.
It feels like just a modern sitcom. Like
Yeah.
it feels like Blackish. It feels like Modern Family. It feels like that vein of like very safe and tame sitcom that is like not trying to say anything.
Oh yeah. Well, no, that's what I'm saying.
Which
Like,
one? Which one? I'm trying to remember. It's like Blackish or the Goldbergs or
Mm-hmm.
Fresh Off. There's like 20 of them.
yeah, they're all the same.
Yep.
And all the
Yeah.
Modern Family clones. Let me say that.
Yeah.
That's
But-
all they are.
I liked Young Sheldon. I thought it was okay, but
They're
because
just like bland.
but you must remember this is like you're going off of a like comparison. So I'm comparing it to a show that hurt me physically. Like the Big Bang Theory has damaged me. Like
It has damaged you and your reputation.
That's what I mean. Like, I have been compared to Sheldon Cooper, and I do not like it. I do not like it. And it's one of those things where, like going from that to watching this show and like thinking it's pretty good is like.
I'm sorry. I just remember someone just compared you to the worst character on that show. That's so funny.
Yeah, no, it's like, and I don't like it. I don't, because I'm not like Sheldon. I'm not.
You'd rather be any other one.
No, if you had to compare me to one of the characters, no, I'm not like those characters. That's the thing. So when I think of the Big Bang Theory, and like why I don't like it, I remember, and there's this specific joke that just it was, because I've seen like I've seen a lot of The Big Bang Theory because I needed to know.
When you say joke, do you mean they played the laugh track, or do you mean an actual
No,
joke?
I mean, okay, so it has the one good joke that was actually a joke was there was a bit where
The
Howard,
magic trick?
yeah, it was the magic trick where the gimmick was that the person was in on the trick and always said like, "Is this your card?" Yes, and Sheldon could not handle it and it like broke him because he didn't know what the trick was, and I thought that was pretty funny because that was like a bit that kept coming back on the episode as he kept trying to figure out what is the trick behind it when it was just the other person's always going to say yes and he couldn't handle it. The quote unquote joke that I remember that made me like just upset was there was a setup where Penny came into the house or their apartment and she's like, "What are you guys gonna do today?" And Sheldon was like, "I'm gonna play some Nintendo 64 games with my friends." And the audience lost their mind. As if he said like the funniest thing in the entire world. And I was like, that's not like he's not like, "I'm gonna go pee my pants and like play with my dolls." I was like, that's like a normal thing. Maybe not like normal, but the audience was like, "He said he's gonna play video game." It's like he's not like,
No, that's great. Never mind. That's fantastic. That's the best joke I've ever heard.
But like that like, I'm like, that's the, I'm like, the audience, they were losing it. They were losing it. This wasn't like, oh, they dressed up in superhero costumes and they're not very flattering. Like, I get why that's the joke, but this is just like, no, we're gonna go do it. And they just lost their minds.
Well, yeah, Kevin, the N64 is just an awful console. Why would you try to like play games on it with your friends?
And I was like, that was like, I was deer in the headlights, like looking at the TV screen. I'm like, oh. Suffice to say, I think young Sheldon's fine. I think it's fine. It had like, and that's, to me, that's astonishing from a show where I consider to be like slop.
Offensive.
Yeah, like to be a real TV show that's shot like a real TV show and not like the most bargain bin sitcom I've ever seen. That has some vague
shot like The Last of Us.
Yeah. Like in comparison, you're like, wow, look at this prestige TV show. They're using angles and lighting. Wow.
This was like they had somebody that had an idea.
Well,
it's like, you got to make it young Sheldon, and he goes, all right.
I think it might be one of those where like you had like your idea of like kind of like childhood family show, and you're like, what if we just made the kid Sheldon? Because then it's like the Big Bang Theory, which is very popular with the normies. Keep that in mind. Like, yes, one of the most popular shows like of all time. And like,
don't know why, but yeah.
Well, I think so. My theory is that the Big Bang Theory is just Frasier, but like, because when we're watching Frasier, we don't understand, like, at least I don't understand like high society and opera, so I think it's like silly, right? And the whole point of Frasier is like Frasier and his Niles and stuff are like supposed to be like highfalutin, like hoity-toity, like fancy people, and they're getting like the show like they have the same problems as you and I, the simpletons, and they can't understand things. So the Big Bang Theory is that exact same kind of premise where you have the theoretical physicist nerds, but they're kind of also stupid, so that me, the regular man, can feel superior and laugh. And I think that's like the same. I think that's the appeal.
That makes a lot more sense.
To me, the actual worst offender television show about smart people is Scorpion.
Oh god, I think I watched one episode of that where, oh lord.
It's another like CSI, NCIS, like one of those like a special ops, like crime solving shows, but they're all supposed to be elite, smart problem-solving people, and then they still have high school drama relationship issues.
Wait, are they grown adults?
Yes.
They're all grown adults, and not like in their 20s.
No, they're like our age.
Yeah.
It's like if I was upset that Becky didn't like me or something. And I'm like, no.
Yeah.
That's not in my list of problems is sometimes when I wake up my eye is blurry, and I don't know if that's like a disease. My things is sometimes I sit up too hard. If I cough, I might throw up my back. I've had that happen.
Well, stretching hurts now.
Sometimes you don't. Sometimes you stretch too far, and you're like, "Uh-oh, there goes my shoulder." But yeah, that's what I wanna say. I want to make my peace. All right,
Make your peace with Sheldon.
yeah. I think it's if young Sheldon's okay. I like it. Anyway, Lethal Company. We played a game called Lethal Company. Lethal Company has been ripping it up. It is a game in which you are 4 people, well, up to 4 people, in space. You're going to abandoned moons. They're full of monsters and junk, and you're taking it out of the moon bases and putting it into your spaceship, and you got to meet a quota. And shenanigans ensue because there's monsters around.
It's so dark and it's so scary.
It's also hilarious.
Yep, I hate it.
I think that game is like brilliant. There are levels of brilliance of that game that I am that playing it. I think I felt so. We played it. I tagged in my pal Artemis from another server. She was also the best player of us 3.
Hands down. Yeah.
Artemis was
Our
the
money
champion.
maker.
The alpha gamer.
I stood on that boat really good, on the ship really good, thank you.
Drew was the guy behind the screen.
So what I was thinking about is that section is like everyone's personality to like a T, where Drew is going to say, I'm going to organize this. I'm going to sit behind and organize it. Nolan was very careful and exact. Artemis went off but had the skills to pay the bills, and I went off and got eaten by a bug. So like all of our personalities were all on display. No, like if think about it, because like I would hear like Nolan when Drew were doing frequent check-ins, Artemis was just out there like just balling and getting stuff, and I would be lost.
Grabbing shit, throwing it back in here.
Yeah, and then like a bug would eat my head, and that's kind of like that's how it works. But man,
no, a bug eat your head. I'd knock it off. Then we're like, all right, we're good to go. Let's get out of here. And then we get eaten by a sandworm.
Yeah, no, we were going to stay more, but then we saw the SCP-173, that monster that moves if you're not looking at it. And when I tried to leave the thing, I could hear it running at me in the hallway, so I barely escaped it, and then me and Nolan got eaten by a sandworm. To then it just our camera hard cuts to Drew and Artemis in the spaceship, and I think Drew's like, I think they're dead.
Yeah,
they're not moving.
Yeah, it was just like, oh, hold up, let me pull up. Oh yeah, they're just laying there. Well, we're just gonna leave.
The best moment, one of the better moments, was when Drew was having connection problems early on. And me and Artemis died in quicksand, so Nolan was just muttering to himself in one of the
because I'm trying to save some people around me, and I'm scared. So I'm like, let me just keep talking, and maybe someone will hear me.
It was really
unless they're all dead, and I'm kind of fucked up.
Yeah, so the positional audio in that game, like I think makes it. Like, that positional audio, like positional audio, are like where, like, is such a good feature in video games if you can like make it work. It's like. It's part of the appeal of like old like Xbox Live, like Battlefield and Halo, is when you hear someone yelling at you or being mad, and then the immediate cut off as either they're sniped or you sniped them is just the appeal. It's funny every time. And it's also nightmarish because you'll be going into the thing with your partner, you'll be talking, and then it's quiet. And you're like, uh-oh, did they just turn a corner? Did they go right and I went left? Or did the Slender Man get them? It's yeah. And then sometimes the Slender Man gets you.
Sometimes I'm just walking around and I get my neck snapped.
Yep, and then you run. There's like I don't the vibe of that game, it is the vibe of the kind of SCP I like, where it's like very mundane and like you can probably handle one of these creatures, but if there's like one, if it comes at like either the wrong time or there's two of them, it is just a nightmare. There was one mission where we landed, we opened the door, and then there was just a dog outside, and it just started killing.
It killed us all as soon as we opened the door.
I think it killed. Like I remember, like 2 or 3 of you died, and then I just closed the door and left. And we're like, nope, because that's when we discovered that if the thing has if a moon has the word eclipse on it, you don't go to that moon. Because if there's an eclipse on the moon, then it's nighttime, and then all the monsters are out.
What else did we do? Me and Kevin snuck away from the giant.
Yep.
Yeah, it's true. Me and Kevin sneaking away from the giant.
Yeah, there was a giant, and we had to sneak away from it. There was the you weren't around.
Artemis got eaten.
Artemis got eaten by one. There's one where Artemis did like a sick parkour, like jump down the railing, and I didn't know what she was running from. And then one of the head eater bugs just latched on and killed me because it was chasing her. And I'm like, what? Like, there's always this example, just like this half second of like, what are they running? And then you're just dead, or you're getting killed by the bug. There was I don't know if you were there, Drew, but we saw like this like rattlesnake lizard, and it's actually like not a hostile, even though you would think it would be.
Yeah.
We didn't have any experiences of trying to get the beehive into the spaceship, which has never ended well. I've seen on various people's streams.
Mm-hmm.
I think we saw almost all of the monsters. We're missing like no, do we see? I think we're missing 2 or 3 that we have not seen that are in the game. I don't want to spoil them because they're wild. They're like the more rare and wild ones. I did see a clip of someone get the jetpack, and it was very funny. Because there's a jetpack, and you can buy it.
I'm pretty sure you've seen the same one I've seen.
It's the guy where he just gets it, and he just rockets off into like the distance, and you just hear his voice going, "Woo!" As like the thing is on fire and making like a horrible warning, like it's going to explode, and you're like, well, he's gone.
Oh, that was a bad idea. Oh well.
Yeah, no, that game is incredible. It deserves everything, all the hype it's getting. I was thinking about playing it like every other week or like twice a month or so, because I don't want to play that thing every week because I think it would wear thin.
Yeah.
But like every other week or just whenever they put out an update, like here's some more stuff. Get in.
And it's also $10, so
it's $10. I would say like if you want to say dollar per hour of like I got my $10 with one session, and I'm probably gonna play like a couple more. I think
I wasn't aware we played like 3 hours until I got off. I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah, no, if you can wrangle 4 people to play a game, I think it's worth it. However,
maybe next time let's wrangle 8 people.
Or try to do the big mod. Ugh.
The
big mod's okay, but like I don't know if I can wrangle 8 people. That's why I like the 4.
That's the point. You can't.
I don't have the streamer collab where I'm getting all my VTubers and we're all putting into the Lethal Company.
Next D&D session, Kevin's just like, oh, hold up, guys, there's just and he's just gonna have us crash it so he can have 8 people to play.
Oh hell yeah! No, we're gonna get. Yeah, that would be funny. It would be a nightmare, but I think it's good. I think they're gonna develop it. I think only thing I think that thing needs is like a couple more skins for like the bunker. I've seen like on streams there's like a couple more. I would like a couple more like variations of not even like layouts, just like here's a different kind of dingy warehouse.
Mm-hmm.
And I think a few more monsters. Like I think every planet, I would ideally have every planet have one special monster. So there's like the spiders and the bugs and the Slendermans, and then there's like this moon has this one thing. But I'm not a game developer. I think it's easier to say than to actually do. But I do think it needs.
Yeah.
I think bare minimum. I think it needs like 4 more monsters.
I think they're also going to probably add some more systems to it too, and I'm curious to see how they like.
I kind of think it
evolve the
shouldn't
gameplay.
have that many more systems. I feel like the basic loop of going into the bunker, getting junk, and bringing it out is fine. I think that what you layer on top of it is how your monsters or your environment like deals with that loop. Like the basic thing is fine because it needs to be understandable. Like one of the problems I've had with like watching people play Phasmophobia is it's gotten too involved. Where like it used to be there's like 5 items to determine the ghost, and now there's like 10 items to determine what kind of ghost it is. It's like, well, does it react to the dots and then the heat cam and then the EVP? And it's like, okay.
And by the time you get to the final one, it's like, oh, there's like 2 people left now.
Yeah.
And we're about to die.
Because it's gone on where I think the Lethal Company, as long as like that base of we go in, we pick up junk, and we come out is understandable, then you can layer things on top of it by just giving people either toys, like items that are like, here's a silly item, maybe it'll work, or just like you're like, okay, here's like a backpack that gives you 1 additional slot or something, but you can't have a radio.
I think I have an easier fix for this, which is just more days, and then just deeper dungeons.
Yeah, I think that.
So by the time you clear out the first area, you're like, okay, we need to go deeper to get to the dangerous stuff, and that's where all the big monsters are.
Yeah, like an idea of going back. Oh, do not switch device. Okay.
Uh-oh.
Okay, we're good. We're good. Computer decided we were talking, and then it was like, yeah, I'm gonna start switching devices. I'm like, please don't.
Yeah, you want this mic?
No,
yeah,
you want that? You want that non-existent Windows mic? It's like, no, I really don't. Yeah, you do.
It's really good.
I will say, if that game gets a little extra spooky if you're playing with connectivity issues, like I was at first, because you'll see your teammates just like moving towards you without walking, and it's just like, oh. Is this a skinwalker? Is this a person or a monster? Leave me alone.
It's also very spooky.
There's the thing. It's just seeing that like shadow move. You're like, uh-oh. Hello?
It's also
Who's there?
There's also, I can't describe it, but it's always funny to hear people arguing from like far away. Muffled. When you're hearing people yelling or arguing from far, it's really funny. It's really funny to hear like, what are you doing? And then you're like, uh-oh, someone got eaten.
So I ain't going in there.
Yeah, I'm going in there. There's just a turret in there. It's really, that game is great. That game is superb. A+. I would say thankfully, because it's in early access, it is not eligible for Game of the Year.
Yeah. Until it releases.
Yeah.
Once again.
But then it's been a nightmare of a year.
Do we want to talk about the Adult Swim's leaving? All the Adult Swims are leaving HBO Max.
Yeah, well, it's the continued HBO Max of we're going to
Getting
merge.
Worse.
Well, we're going to merge with HBO Discovery, and then we're just going to cancel every single one of our things to make it, why did we even merge here?
Why did Discovery want this so badly?
Yeah, like, I
They're
don't get
just
it.
Turning it into Discovery again.
Yeah, they're like canceling literally like everything that was on like like we're gonna remove all of Cartoon Network, all of like we're gonna stop the Warner Bros. Like it's just what? Why did you didn't need to merge with like is it the name? No, it wasn't even the name. They got rid of HBO.
Yep.
Like I do not understand that merger. Like I would have gotten it if they just kept all that crap. Like if they just kept all that stuff, it to me it makes sense. Like
They have literally lost more money.
like
in this merger.
if you're like okay, we're Discovery Channel and HBO, or HBO's like all right, yo, we can have all those trash Discovery Channel reality TV shows. Great, just put them on our service, and now we keep on trucking. But they're like, all right, we're gonna merge and then delete everything that people want to see. Like, what are you doing? I literally, like, I don't understand. I feel like it's like a massive scam.
Listen, Kevin, you know how Maxon likes to cancel a project when it's finished for a tax write-off?
Yes.
What if we did
Yeah.
that with an entire streaming service?
Oh, I
That would
see.
be a lot of money for a tax write-off.
Oh, that's a big tax write-off.
Do you have any
What was
seasons
one-
of Naked and Afraid that tax write-off will pay for?
Oh man.
Like the more like I keep thinking about it, they had the best streaming platform, hands down.
They actually did. Like, if you have all of Cartoon
They did.
Network and all of adults, like, you have, like, a lot. Basically, you had, like, MTV comedy. Oh, God, you had so much. Even, like, all, like, the HBO, like, classy TV shows. Like, you had, like...
You got Sopranos, and you got The Wire, and then right next to it, you have the entire season of Venture Brothers.
You also
And
have
it's like,
all of
oh, this is great.
Powerpuff Girls. You have, like...
I love Samurai Jack. Yeah, this is great. I want more of this.
You have the like if everyone's trying to have like oh we need our like children's cartoons it's like you have literally all of them and you're like nah
Yep.
even Paramount Plus is not like delisting Rugrats from it or like Paramount Plus is not like ooh SpongeBob we gotta get rid of that.
No, it's more like Paramount Plus. We have All Real Monsters, but we're not taking it off, even though no one's watching.
Yeah, we're just leaving it there because it's added value.
Yep.
How was
Someone
How
will
was
browse-
Looney Tunes? Sorry, go ahead.
Sorry, I was gonna say someone will browse our catalog and see Our Real Monsters, like, oh, yeah, that was a good show, and then they'll subscribe and never watch it.
I was talking
Paramount Plus still has Drawn Together on it. That's not going anywhere.
No.
No one's
Oh
watching
my
that show.
No one's watching Drawn Together, but it's part of your backlog.
No one's watching. Dude, it's there. It's there if you want it.
Like the appeal of the stream.
And you shouldn't want it.
No, not this.
shouldn't.
It's
You mean you shouldn't
no,
watch it
don't
at all.
watch. But like, it's the idea. The streaming service needs to have so much crap on there that you're like, yeah, that's okay to give your perceived value, even if you're not watching it. Also, literally like a week or two ago, I was talking about Frisky Dingo.
Yeah.
And that's one of the things that's being removed.
I told a friend because she was like, "Yeah, I really like Archer." I'm like, "Have you seen Frisky Dingo?"
Yeah, it's like prototype.
No, I'm like, "Okay,
You
go
should.
watch that." Now,
No, it's gone.
yeah, go
Now
watch
I
it.
got a pirate. Yo ho
I
ho.
mean-
Take a bite of gum gum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is going on? Hold on. I'm sorry. They're removing the new Blade Runner, the Book of Life, Paddington 2.
They're removing Paddington
Lego
2?
movie. Yes.
Is that just like
They're removing the entire Looney Tunes franchise.
Well, yeah,
off
they
it.
don't want people to keep asking for that Wile E. Coyote movie.
yeah, but it has to be deleted.
Oh yeah.
No one can see it except Space Jam 2.
As long as it's not available, they won't remember it.
Yeah, exactly. Lunatics
Jeez.
proved that.
Man, never forget Lunatics.
Never forget first draft lunatics.
I liked how first draft lunatics looked better than second draft lunatics. I'll admit it. I'll admit
Yeah.
it. I mean, they're both not good. Let me
If you're
put it
going
down.
in, go in.
Yeah, like both of those are not good. But first draft lunatics actually like is better than like because I think the first draft looked better for what they were trying to do. They should not be trying to do it in any regard, but it was better. If you go edgy, go all in edgy. Don't give me this nonsense of like now we're gonna like simplify it. Get out of here. The problem with lunatics also, the more I think about it, is that like even the concept of like Looney Tune adventure show can still work as done with the often praised by us Duck Dodgers and the 21st or what was it 22nd and a half century?
Yeah, 22nd and a half century.
Like that cartoon is way better than it has any right to be. It's like a
21st and 1/2 century.
Yeah.
That cartoon's great. I love the Duck Dodgers cartoons. I loved the skits too back in the day. Duck Dodgers was my favorite like Looney Tune bit.
That's fair.
Then it was Roadrunner. Like Wile E. Coyote and Roadrunner were like number 2.
I never cared that much for Duck Dodgers. I like the Dragnet ones better, like him and Porky and Space Dragnet.
I think I would have liked
Kevin.
What?
No, I'm realizing why you like Duck Dodgers, and it's for one specific character.
Yes. No, it's not the Martian Queen.
Queen. Oh
no.
Oh, you say that. Oh yeah.
Listen,
sure.
I'm not
Queen
gonna...
Tyranny. Her name's Tyranny Nolan.
Yeah,
and it's spelled with too many apostrophes.
No, but I mean, I'm not going to say no.
Kevin. No,
I'm not going to say no to the Martian Queen. I'm not going to, but that's not like
there's a lot of deviant art that we have seen.
Oh no, listen, that's fine.
So yeah,
it's fine. I'm just saying that's not the main reason why I like that cartoon. That's just like your icing on the cake.
No, it was a really good and really funny.
It was like it was a really funny, like well done cartoon that I was like, not expecting to be like as good as it was. I'm like, oh okay. Yo, you put a hot alien in there. Like, I ain't gonna say no.
Yeah.
I ain't saying no to that. I thought the Elmer Fudd was really funny. I thought the shockingly...
Conquer the Sun.
Yeah. I thought I liked both the Green Lantern and the Samurai Jack parody it did.
Mm-hmm.
Super hard Samurai Jack parody from nowhere. I appreciate that. I just like that cartoon. It was pretty good. Good theme song.
I think I like the Looney Tunes show better.
I thought the Looney Tunes show was like okay. I liked it.
I'll go. I think it was pretty good.
I like the Looney Tunes show. I've seen some good, and not just like the Merry Melodies skits, which are all good. Like Elmer Fudd wanting to have sex with a grilled cheese sandwich is funny.
Yep. I think the Daffy Duck Wizard one is the best one.
It is the best one. It's by far the best one. In terms of animation caliber, quality, and like setup. He is the wizard.
I'm gonna be honest, I think that might be my favorite Looney Tunes anything.
That's okay.
Just because I like the characterizations of all the characters.
Oh yeah.
From Daffy to like Bugs to Porky to Speedy. Even it might be my favorite Lola.
Oh, I think Looney Tunes show Lola is way better than.
You don't like just.
I wish that was the canon Lola.
Yeah.
You don't like hot, good at basketball.
You don't want nothing Lola.
You know, I think the only thing
I want ditzy fun.
Oh, she's great.
Empty brain.
Because she works with Bugs. She works because Bugs is like sly.
Bugs is the straight man.
Yeah, like.
I think the only thing missing from this Lola was an episode of her, or even just like a 5-second joke of her just being incredible at basketball. Just so, like,
that would be
just obliterating people.
Like how Double D is really good at playing that weird instrument. She's just really good at basketball, but hates it.
Yeah.
Okay, Drew said that. All I'm thinking in my head is, okay, episode starts. They go play basketball. She just demolishes Bugs, but it's really bothering Bugs, so he goes out and trains.
Yeah,
that's the A plot, and then B plot is Daffy trying to scam somebody out of a cookie or something.
No, it's White Man Can't. The whole episode is White Man Can't Jump, and we would call it like White Rabbit Can't Jump, and that would be like the entire. That would be the episode. It would be a shockingly.
It'd be Rabbit Can't Jump.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, White Rabbit Can't Jump,
Damn.
and then like the.
Unfortunately, Gone Forever. That's never coming back.
No, that show. I think the people working on it, that's been like just dispersed to the wind.
Yep.
I'm saying anything that quality.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no. That was in that. See, what we've learned is that children's shows no longer need quality anymore. Or children's shows need to be like a thinly veiled reference for like 20 somethings. So like, listen, you're
stir up
their
discussion
feelings.
on the internet.
Listen.
Yes, I only turned Bluey on to distract my nephew. There's nothing, no other reason besides that.
No, Bluey's decent, but it's still for babies.
Like they used to, like kids show, like networks used to intentionally rotate programming. Like they would not let something run forever. They would eventually put it out to pasture. And I feel like SpongeBob and Fairly Odd Parents are like the culprits behind, like, no, is this still profitable? Keep making it. Never stop.
Jesus.
I think
Fairly Odd Parents still going?
They've tried to reboot like Fairly Odd Parents like 4 times.
Oh,
does Drake Bell still need a paycheck?
I think there's like another live action Fairly Odd Parents or like something like working. Like they just keep trying to mine that. Also the issue with SpongeBob in particular is like classic SpongeBob. I would say pre-movie SpongeBob is like incredibly good. It's incredibly good.
Wikipedia says it is still running.
Fairly Odd Parents?
Fairly Odd Parents. Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
What the hell? I thought it was done. I thought it was done, and then they did like a live action that flopped. I need to.
Because this list, it is. Oh, never mind. Okay, I see what's wrong. So it ran 2001 to 2017.
Yeah.
Sorry. There's a statement. It is Nickelodeon's second longest running animated show behind SpongeBob, and then it has dates listed. And I was like, 1999 to present. What the hell? And it's like, no, that's SpongeBob's dates. SpongeBob is 99 to present.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, so then there was a live-action spin-off, Fairly Odd Parents, in 2021, and that bombed. And now there's according to Wikipedia, a sequel series, Fairly Odd Parents New Wish, that is going to come out like next year.
Why?
Fairly Odd Parents, all in. All in on Fairly Odd Parents.
Look,
I also like the first. Now the thing is,
look, Butch is broke. He needs some money.
He needs that cash.
He's do what he has to.
Bunsen is a Beast did not work. Tough Puppy did not work. He obviously does not listen to our podcast and has understood the CW's Danny Phantom. Come on, Butch.
It's a gold mine, bud.
It writes itself.
It's right there. We're putting it on the table for you. Come on.
It's an easy layup. But yeah, like, I honestly, Fairly Odd Parents should have ended with the Channel Chasers movie.
Perfect ending.
I think that would have been like the perfect ending to that show. Because that's like, that's the whole thing of like Timmy defeating Vicky. It's like, that's it. He's done it.
And you get that little peek into the future of like, oh, he gets to keep them for a few more years.
Yeah, and you see like his parents and he deals with them. Like, it wraps up all the themes of that show in a Dragon Ball Z parody. Like that. Like, what more could you want? If we could all be so lucky to have our story wrap up in a Dragon Ball Z parody,
that's truly the dream.
That's it. You're living. You're doing all right. If the last thing is a vaguely Dragon Ball parody, You're in the Tenkai, you're in the Budokai, whatever. You're going there. King Piccolo's around. It's all right.
No, Kevin.
Look,
Dragon Ball
you're not
Z
winning the
out of
tournament.
date. We need the new
yeah.
Dragon Ball.
Chainsaw Man.
Dragon Ball Double Z.
Dragon Ball.
No, they're
Dragon,
making a new
Dragon Ball
series
Babies.
Yeah.
Dragon Ball. They make our dreams come true.
There's some.
It's like
some stupid name to it.
I just keep thinking about like Muppet Babies, but Dragon Ball.
Yep.
We're gonna have Nanny.
Muppet Baby, but Dragon Ball.
The Supremist
Dragon
Kai.
Ball?
Beyond the little it's Nanny. That's like, just see her legs coming down.
Yeah, it's Zeno's nanny.
Yep, it's Nanny. It's like Zeno's like, oh, we're gonna have adventures, Goku. We're gonna pretend we're Star Wars.
All right, later days.
All right, later days. Bye.
Bye.